For those who don't know me, my name is Fred Gishuki. Fred is an entrepreneur in the wellness space. I joined this industry to make money, but I found health and I got very passionate about health. And like I always said, my first benefit was not even money. My first benefit was that my parents who are suffering from lifestyle diseases were sorted out. My mother was suffering from high blood pressure. My dad was suffering from ulcers. Later, he got a swollen prostate. And these two guys were sorted out by these products that I'm about to talk about. And to me, that's one of the greatest benefits that I've ever gotten from this company. So without further ado, I want us to get into diabetes and see how can we prevent ourselves from getting diabetes, and how can we manage it if you already have diabetes. So what is diabetes, and what happens in your body when you have diabetes? Now, diabetes means too much sugar in your bloodstream. Sugar comes from lots of different foods. Sugar is supposed to give us energy in our bodies. Okay, they're saying they cannot hear my voice. Can you, some people are saying they can't hear my voice. Is that correct, Lydia?
I can hear
Can you
myself.
Hear my voice?
I can hear. I don't know about Catherine.
Okay. Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Catherine says it's clear. So let me just go ahead. So your pancreas makes insulin, which helps the body to use up the sugar. Now, without the right amount of insulin, then you find that too much sugar stays in your blood, and that can actually cause diabetes. Now, the body needs just the right amount of glucose and insulin balance so that you can run effectively without getting diabetes. Now, if we can move to the next screen, Lydia. There are three types of diabetes. Type 1 diabetes, which is an autoimmune disease, which comes in children. It's also called juvenile diabetes. Now, this one requires that the person takes insulin every day to control blood glucose levels. Type 2 diabetes, which is the most common form of diabetes, usually occurs in adulthood. And there are many risk factors that may increase your chances of developing type 2 diabetes. The good news is that there are things you can do to prevent it, yeah? And type 2 diabetes is one that is very, very rampant amongst people. Then we have gestational diabetes, which occurs in pregnant women, and it can be both harmful to the baby and the mother. So these are the three types of diabetes. What are some of the challenges that occur because of diabetes? What are some of the consequences of diabetes? Now, before that, it's good to look at the number of people with diabetes. 422 million adults have diabetes. That's a big, big number. 1.5 million deaths caused by diabetes. And if you look at some of the consequences of diabetes, when you have diabetes, you have a risk of getting a stroke. Some people go blind. You might get a heart attack. You could also have kidney failure. It may lead to amputation of your leg and other limbs. So you can see it's a pretty serious disease that needs to be managed and that needs to be taken care of. Now, 1 in 5 people with diabetes don't know they have it. And this is a very, very challenging situation because by the time many people get to know they have diabetes, it has stayed with them for several years and has really progressed in the body. So it is important for you to be checking your sugar levels so that you can know whether you are okay, whether you have diabetes or not. Now, we will also look at what are some of the symptoms that actually show you that you might be having diabetes, but also some of the causes of diabetes. Now, a sedentary lifestyle is one of them: excess food, eating too much, obesity, stress, family history, increasing age. As you grow older, you run a risk of having diabetes if you have the other factors. But these are some of the causes of diabetes. Now, what are the symptoms of diabetes? If you're always fatigued, that could indicate that you have diabetes. If you're urinating frequently, you're always rushing to the toilet. If you have a sudden weight loss, which cannot be explained, if you're always hungry, if you have blurry vision, if you have numb or tingling hands or feet, if you're always thirsty, if you have wounds that don't heal, if you're not functioning well, if you have sexual problems, if you have too many vaginal infections, these are some of the symptoms that might indicate that you have diabetes, and which actually means that you need to go in for a checkup just to see whether you're okay. Some of the complications that come up with diabetes, we had mentioned a bit of this. Eye disease, we call it diabetic retinopathy, glaucoma and cataracts might occur, renal failure, you can get the diabetic foot, stroke, heart damage, nerve disease, atherosclerosis. These are some of the things that actually, some of the complications that actually occur because of diabetes. Now, there's something we call insulin resistance. And if you can go back there, Lydia. Okay, there's something called insulin resistance, where you eat food and the body makes insulin, and then the cells are supposed to, sorry, can't see it on my side. Okay, so you eat food and the body produces, the food is digested, and there's sugar that comes into your blood, and the body is supposed to produce, the pancreas is supposed to produce insulin, and that is supposed to break down the sugar, and it is the cells uptake the glucose so that it produces energy. And sometimes this process might not go as smoothly as it's supposed to happen. And that therein, you find that you end up with too much sugar in blood, and that could actually precipitate diabetes. So if you can move to the next screen. How to prevent type 2 diabetes. These are a few pointers on how to prevent type 2 diabetes. Number one, eat healthy. Very, very important. Quit smoking if you're smoking. Eat foods with more fiber. Reduce the consumption of red meat. These are some of the ways that you can actually prevent yourself from diabetes. Exercise. When you exercise, the body is able to burn the stored fat to energy. And that also helps in controlling the amount of sugar in your system. Quit smoking, eat more fiber, and fiber foods, fiber sieves sugar from blood. So when you eat foods which are rich in fiber, then you find that you're able to manage the amount of sugar in your blood. The challenge we have is that nowadays you're eating more processed foods which don't have fiber. And most of these foods, when you take them, like white rice, white ugali, white bread, the whites, they actually go into your system and they're converted to glucose. And then on top of that, we add things like soda. Soda has about 8 tablespoons of sugar. We also add things like chips and all these things, these yummy, nice things, which are basically converted to sugar and all pumped into your system. And this gives our pancreas a very hard time. And that might lead to diabetes. So if you can be able to manage the diet, if you can eat healthy, more fiber in your diet, then that can help you to prevent yourself from getting diabetes. So we can move on there. So let's look at a healthy lifestyle. What is a healthy lifestyle? A healthy lifestyle means that you are exercising at least 3 times in a week minimum, 15 to 20 minutes of exercise. It means that you're sleeping at least 6 to 8 hours daily. Take a moment to unwind. Don't just run. Even God rested on the 7th day. So you cannot be stronger than God. So you need to take a chill pill and relax at some point. Then make the right choices where food is concerned. Food can either make you or break you. So these are the key things that determine whether you are living a healthy lifestyle. And we are going into it and seeing, especially on the side of diet, how are we performing? So moving on there. This is a healthy food pyramid based on what WHO recommended. WHO recommended that we need to have a lot of physical activity and weight management. We need to do a lot of whole grains, 9 different types of fruits and vegetables on a daily basis, very little in terms of proteins, a teaspoon of fat and a teaspoon of sugar per day. This is how we are supposed to be eating. Now, if you eat like this, and if you have this kind of lifestyle, you cannot get diabetes. But is it the way we eat? The answer is no. The answer is that we have taken this pyramid and we have turned it upside down. So you find that we tend to eat a lot of fats and sugars in our foods. We eat a lot of meat on a daily basis. By the way, for your information, a quarter kilo of red meat should be eaten by 12 men. Those are the ratios that you should be keeping. And then you should only eat meat at least 3 times a week, not more than that, because it takes too long to digest, and then it actually rots in your system, and it has so many other challenges like uric acid, cholesterol, and so many other problems that come from meat. Plus, our meat has too much antibiotics. So when you're eating too much of red meat, you're interfering with your hormones as well. So meat, especially red meat, should be minimized. On the other hand, white meat, we are talking about kienyeji chicken, fish. This is good protein, and that can be eaten more. 3 to 4 times a week, you can eat that. But red meat, we need to minimize on that. And pork falls in the category of the avoid kind of meats, not the white meat. Some people argue that pork is white meat. No. Pork, you should eat less of pork. You can only equate it to the red meat because of the cholesterol that it has. Then fruits and vegetables, we are not eating enough. In fact, we normally give it to the sick people. When you go to hospital, you give the sick person fruits and vegetables, but you yourself are not eating them. And we all know that fruits and vegetables are there to protect our bodies from disease. So we have turned the pyramid upside down. And what can we do to actually bridge this gap between what we are supposed to be eating and what we are currently eating? And I am going to give you a solution to that. Now, a healthy lifestyle can prevent up to 58% of type 2 diabetes cases. Yeah. So you can actually, some people say, okay, our family usually gets diabetes. My dad had diabetes, it's in our genes. Yes, it could be in your genes, but if you live a good lifestyle and if you eat correctly and if you supplement, you can actually avoid getting the diabetes, even if it is in your family. Because your lifestyle and your diet will help you, will either make you get that condition that you're predisposed to because of genes, or it might make you not get it, yeah? So if you take the right decisions as far as lifestyle, as far as diet is concerned, then you find that you can avoid most of these chronic diseases, degenerative diseases. So let's move on there. So change your lifestyle to prevent diabetes. We need to do that. Now it is time to reverse the trends. There was a prediction by WHO that by 2020, out of 4 deaths, 3 will be because of lifestyle diseases. We're talking about heart disease, cancer, diabetes, stroke, chronic respiratory disease, obesity. Now, this is 2023, and I know on this call, everybody on this call knows somebody with one of these conditions. or who has died from one of these conditions. And these are conditions that, or diseases that we can actually be able to effectively manage, prevent ourselves from getting, and even reverse with the right kind of nutrition, with the right kind of lifestyle. So let's get in there and see what we have from our company. That gentleman you're seeing on the screen is called Jerry Brasfield with his wife and his daughter. He had a vision of making the world a healthier and a happier place. He had a lifestyle disease, he had asthma, and the mom was able to save his life through the Neolife products. And he saw an opening where he could actually be able to do business, because the reason there are too many people there suffering because of lifestyle diseases, and they need help. And that is how he came up and he decided to form Neolife. And through that, he partnered with Dr. Arthur Fast. Arthur Fast, he was a #1 toxicologist. He's the man who invented oral chemotherapy for the treatment of cancer. And he said, why should I wait for people to fall sick so that I can give them medicine? So he put together a group of scientists. They did some research. They looked at what was the reason that was causing so many of these diseases. And they came up with nutritional supplements, which are natural and organic, which can actually strengthen your body and help your body to either reverse some of these diseases or even prevent you from getting these diseases in the first place. So getting into some of the products that we have, one of the key products we have, which will turn your pyramid the right way up, is called Pro Vitality Plus. Now, Pro Vitality Plus has 4 items in it. As you can see on the screen, we have the brown one, which is carotenoid complex, which is an immune booster. We have the green one, which is threonine. There's omega-3 salmon, and there's a vitamin supplement. When you combine these 4, they will effectively turn this pyramid, which is upside down, to the right side up, because the carotenoid complex has 18 different types of fruits and vegetables. The threonine will give you the lipids and sterols and the whole grains that you need. Then the omega-3 oils gives you the healthy fatty acids. And then you have the multi, which gives you the minerals that you need. And that makes the whole pack that you need right there. And that will turn your pyramid the right way up. Now, other products that are now specific for diabetes. The first one is fiber tablets. Now, one of the key things about fiber tablets is that it reduces the amount of sugar from the bloodstream. In fact, if you take fiber tablets, it sieves 80% of sugar from blood. And this is one of the very basic and key products that you need to give somebody who has diabetes. And it helps reduce the speed at which refined carbohydrates are absorbed into the bloodstream. And this regulates the function of the pancreas. So it makes life easier for the pancreas. It also contributes to a pleasant feeling of fullness and helps regulate the intestinal function. So when you take fiber tablets, you feel full, you feel satisfied, yet you haven't taken in a lot of calories. So you find that at the end of the day, you eat less, so your portions are reduced, and then digestion happens very, very smoothly. And fiber actually provides a suitable environment in your stomach for the healthy bacteria that are there. The next product that you need is CoQ10. CoQ10. Now, CoQ10 gets into the mitochondria of cells. It enables cells to function properly. It helps the body organs to function properly. Yeah. And here we say it improves heart health, blood sugar regulation, assists in the prevention and treatment of cancer, and reduce frequency of migraines. But the key thing about CoQ10 and diabetes is that it enables your pancreas to function effectively. It reboots your pancreas so that now your pancreas can do the job it was meant to do of actually producing insulin. Now, the next product that is very, very important for diabetes is chelated zinc. Zinc has so many benefits. We're talking about prostate gland function, ulcers, wounds, acne, relief, cold, sicknesses, fever, viruses, prevention of diabetes. But one of the things about zinc is that the insulin that you inject yourself is 80% zinc. But now that insulin is made from synthetic zinc, and that's why it builds dependency. So when you keep on jabbing yourself, you become dependent on it. You cannot survive without it. But now when you take our zinc, it is made from natural sources, and it helps now the pancreas. It gives it the raw materials to start producing insulin naturally. And it does not build dependency because it is made from the fruits and from the vegetables that you are currently eating, but it's a concentrate and it is chelated. So it is released pole and absorbed easily in your system. It is quite effective in what it does. It's one of the products that really did well during the COVID period to prevent people from succumbing to COVID-19. So moving on, we have another new product that has come into our market. We call it Botanical Balance. Botanical Balance. Now, Botanical Balance manages glucose uptake. It also optimizes insulin uptake and maximizes insulin receptor function. Now, this is if somebody says, I want one product that can help me with diabetes, then it is Botanical Balance. But if somebody, the whole program, the complete program would have the fiber, the zinc, and the botanical, the CoQ10 together, and the Pro Vitality pack. But if somebody doesn't have the money to buy all of them at once, and they are a bit straining a little bit, you can give them Botanical Balance and Pro Vitality pack, and that can work very, very well. Or Botanical Balance and Trianen, that can actually do a very, very good job. Botanical Balance has done wonders. We have testimonies all over of people who have used Botanical Balance, who had diabetes that was so stubborn, it had become resistant to the insulin, the jabs, and all that. They take Botanical Balance and their sugar levels are managed. So it's an amazing, amazing product. Next product that we have is the Neolife Shake. Now, Neolife Shake is a very, very exciting product. Now, it's a very delicious product. It helps to satisfy hunger. And Neolife Shake has fiber in it. So when you take it, it also gives you the feeling of satiety. Each serving provides 18 grams of protein, and it has all the 22 amino acids. And that's the difference between this shake and any shake in our market. Most shakes will have like 6 amino acids, 12 or 14. Not many companies will go beyond that because the other amino acids to produce them is very expensive. Now we have the only shake that is actually a complete protein with 22 amino acids. And that means that it sorts out so many problems, so many issues that you might, somebody might be going through. For example, people are suffering from allergies, whether it is respiratory allergies, whether it is allergies for proteins, any kind of allergy. When you give them Neolife Shake, you're able to sort it out. It helps to build, it helps the body to produce white blood cells, which fight disease. The Neolife Shake is made with the glycemic response technology. So it helps to minimize fat storage and promote fat burning. So you can actually use it for losing weight. You can actually use it for gaining weight if you want to gain weight. But in the case of diabetes, the Neolife Shake gives the body the so much needed nutrition. You find that because of the many restrictions in terms of diet, then you find that the body, somebody with diabetes might get a bit malnutrited because you're told to avoid so many foods, and at the end of the day, you're not getting in enough protein, you're not eating enough meat. You're told avoid red meat, avoid this, avoid that. So Neolife Shake gives you very good protein that is actually absorbed directly in the cells, and it gives the body the energy now to repair, rebuild anything that that has been damaged in your system, and to help the body to start functioning properly. So Neolife Shake is amazing, amazing. It's one of the products that is very, very important in the diabetes program. The next product that we have is the Neolife Tea. Now, Neolife Tea in this respect actually helps you in burning fat, especially, sorry, there's somebody writing on the screen, kindly desist from that. Neolife Tea actually helps you to burn the stored fat to produce energy. And it is made from very rejuvenating antioxidants. It has naturally occurring caffeine. It promotes instant energy, fat burning, and efficient metabolism. So when you take these two products, you can actually use them in weight management. And as we had seen earlier, being overweight or being obese can be one of the causes of diabetes. So it is important to manage your weight at all times. So these two products will actually be able to help together, of course, with the Pro Vitality, and you can also add the fiber tablets here to actually help you in weight management. So these are the products that we are saying you can use, and that I've been with this company for more than 20 years, actually to be 26 years to be precise. And I've helped so many people suffering from diabetes, and they've been able to recover. I remember one very exciting case I had was a lady who had serious diabetes. She had lost a lot of weight. She was not enjoying life at all. She was married. She was working for an international organization, and she had the money, but she was not enjoying life. And I put her on these products. She started using them. She was able to manage her diabetes. She kept on reducing the amount of insulin that she was taking. Finally, she stopped depending on that. Now, I'm taking insulin. That was the doctor who advised. And they realized that she was able to, her sugar levels were stable, they were well managed, to a point whereby she now started eating like a normal person. She was no longer having to avoid this, avoid that, avoid the other, and her sugar levels were stable. So I remember one time she was telling me the highlight of her life was when she could actually go for cocktails and have some wine, because previously she could not do that. She could not dare to have a glass of wine, and she would go for many cocktails organized by the ambassador, but she could not have it. She could not enjoy life. She would only eat selected things on the buffet. But thanks to the products of Neolife, her life normalized, and she actually lives a normal life. So that is just one example. There are so many other examples. We have so many people on the call, some of our distributors who have actually used these products, and they have worked for them. And for the guests who are there, I want to tell you, we can actually stop diabetes. But I also want to encourage you that you should not wait until you get diabetes to start doing something about it. The right time to do something about it is now. If you can start using the Neolife products, the products I've just mentioned, the products that I've just talked about, I am taking them, we are taking them as a family, not because we have diabetes, but because we want to prevent ourselves from getting lifestyle diseases. Prevention is better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. So I want to suggest to the people on the call, start using supplements. You might tell me that you're eating well, but eating well is relative, because even the food that you are eating, you're not too sure how it was grown. You don't know whether there are any nutrients in that food. Nowadays, you can eat a carrot and it doesn't have vitamin A because the soils where it was grown did not have vitamin A. No, it didn't have the nutrients that are supposed to be in that soil. The minerals were not there. So the carrot was not able to produce vitamin A. So you might eat a carrot and you may not get the vitamin A from that carrot, probably because the person used chemicals, fertilizers. So you cannot be sure that you're eating the right food, even if you're eating a balanced diet. But when you take a supplement, you are assured that that supplement has vitamin A. You are assured that that supplement has zinc. You are assured that that carotenoid complex has 18 different types of fruits and vegetables. So even if there's any deficiency in the diet that you're eating, the supplements cover that. And that is what strengthens your body. And that's why you find that life expectancy, especially in the developed world, in Europe, in America, in other places, you find that life expectancy is so high because they start supplementing when they are very, very young, when they are babies. But their food is terrible. I mean, most of their food is GMO. Our food is better. But they're able to manage, prevent themselves from disease because they start supplementing at a very early age. For us in Kenya, most people don't bother with supplementation until they get into a problem. Then they start running to look for a solution. Be different. Don't wait for problems to come your way. Prevent them instead. Now, as we come to the end of this session, I just want to mention to the guests who are on the call that you can actually get these products from the person who invited you. If you need to get the products either for your own use, talk to the person who invited you. They'll be able to actually get them for you. Or alternatively, you can be able to join the company and become a distributor and start buying these products for yourself. For me, I would suggest you become a distributor. It's the best place to be because you not only get the products at wholesale price, but you'll also be able to enjoy the business because we make money in your life and there's good money in your life. If you want to know how to make money in your life, tomorrow at 8 o'clock, we have our leader from South Africa, Pascal Olo. We'll show you how you can make money from your life, how you can travel the world for free, how you can change people's lives, and how you can live a full life and really enjoy being on this planet, making a positive difference in people's lives. So I welcome you tomorrow in the evening for a business presentation like no other from our leader, Pascal Olo from South Africa. This recording will be available a little bit later today. So talk to the person who invited you again. He'll be able to get you this recording so that you can be able to use it, share it with a friend, and let us really make the world a healthier and a happier place. And you can never be happy 100% when you have a disease that is plaguing you. And Neolife products can help you to reverse many of these lifestyle diseases that are plaguing many people in the world. And that can help you to live a truly healthy and happy life. So thank you so much. God bless you. I look forward to seeing you again next Sunday when we'll be having another topic, another discussion about health, and we'll be learning some more. So thank you. God bless you, and have a nice evening.